Hey there, YouTubers, Facebookers. It's Jeremy with One Up Retro. So today, I want to show you how we make a retro Pi out of an NES replacement cart. So right here we have the Retro Pi Zero. Not sure if you can see that. Should focus in. And we have our NES replacement cartridge. So rather than taking a good game and ripping it apart to create a retro Pi, we offer black and gray shells to do exactly the same thing without destroying any video games to make the cart. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got all of the parts ready to go, and we'll kind of go through it step by step and build out a Retro Pi Zero in an NES cart. So let's get started. Alright, so we're back. So when you get your cart, it comes in a 5-pack, and each cartridge has individual packets of screws in it. So you're going to get the gray cart's 5-pack with a bag of screws in each. Also, I picked this up for about $5, maybe $6 on Amazon. This is going to be our USB distribution. And now all we're left with is a circuit board with our USB ports, our power, and the tail. What I'm going to do is just kind of place these in different areas, see which is going to be the best result for mounting the Retro Pi inside of the case, as well as mounting and placing our circuit board for the USB distribution. Alright, so as you can see, I cut about 6 inches off of the existing cable, so here's what's left. Also what I did was improvised a 5-volt input to this USB multi-port. The reason is this requires 5 volts input for the other outputs. So I just jumpered it from the 5-volt source here, and then I removed a pin here so that I could lay this in. I've still got to figure out, I think I'm going to end up putting it in something like this, but I'm still working on that. But this will fit right here, and we'll go ahead and mark this, get this cut out. I don't want to cut it all the way out. I've seen it where they've cut that whole thing out, but what I'd like to do is get the two pieces together where we can put that right down over top of that and make it look as natural as possible rather than having a big gaping hole there. So we'll see how it turns out, and when we come back I should have most of this glued in. Okay, so I went ahead and I got this cut out, and what I did was I just went down about 1/8 of an inch all the way across the panel there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a little better. So right here I just took it down about 1/8 of an inch, and it looks like it's going to fit in there pretty nice. So I've got a low temp glue gun here, and we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to load this up with some hot glue. Seems to do the best. I use hot glue for a lot of my electronic stuff. It just seems to hold everything really well. Here we go. So it's going to stay in there pretty flush, and it's going to look pretty good. So as you can see, the glue is already set. So what I've decided to do on this one is go ahead and put it right here, and I'm going to go ahead and I've got this marked already to put some holes through the side, here, here, and here, and I've got them marked here and here, and basically you can see that right there. I'm going to have to use these outside ports just because this is too big, and honestly, it's not that big of a deal for me to do it this way. I'll always do it again a different way. But this is just going to fit right in here. As you can see, I had to cut this little piece out here and get it flat. This will all seal and it'll look nice. Alright, well, it looks nice and clean inside. I'm actually quite surprised the way it turned out. I've got the SD card fits perfect right between here and the USB port. This USB port will connect to this, and once it's in there, we'll come around and we'll connect that to this USB in. It'll keep it clean inside. It'll just come out and come out here and then loop back around in here. Then we'll have our power and our HDMI and then our 4 ports. So all in all, it actually turned out really nice. I went ahead and did what I was going to do, and so there's where our ports are. It actually turned out pretty nice. I'm quite pleased with it, and so that, you know, as ugly as it might be to some, I'm proud of it, and I didn't ruin a Nintendo game to make it. So if I wanted to do this 4 more times, I've got 4 more cartridges. I got a little bit of glue on right here that I'm trying to take off, but you know, I would much rather ruin a couple of cartridges that I know were never anything than to destroy games that will never come back. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. I had a blast making it. Here's what it looks like on the inside. So we've got the 3 USB ports out, and then our HDMI out, and our the power in and the USB. So, alright guys, well, game on. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, as always, you can email me at jeremy@oneuppretro.com or info@oneuppretro.com. So have a good one, guys, and game on.